Society for Black Pathologists. Why?
Yes. Why? Why?
Why?
Why did we create it?
Yes.
So I think you all said I was the founder. I'm a co-founder. So I think, what was beautiful, the pandemic, it sucked for all of us, I know. But we were all at home alone, sitting with our thoughts, our experiences, and it's like, what do you do?
This is a pandemic podcast. We understand.
Oh, I don't think I knew that. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But similar to y'all, and so there are about 3 different groups of us that at the same time we're kind of loosely thinking about the same thing, right? 2 different groups of Black pathologists, and I think a group of Black laboratory professionals. There's a need for representation and for an organization that will speak to your specific experience and actually care about you, and not just do that with words, but support. And so we were not founded, but we all came together early in the summer of 2020. And it was all actually over social media, believe it or not, all via Twitter, I believe. And everyone was like, we need an organization specifically recognizing our unique needs. And I said I started in surgery. A lot of us actually switched into pathology from either surgery, orthopedic surgery, and all those groups had these Black professional societies. In our heads, we were like, why doesn't pathology have one? Unfortunately, I think it was the culmination of a series, a lot of good happens after something bad happens, right? And so I think people had bad experiences with different professional organizations who claimed certain things, but different presentations or different things were done publicly that were grossly inappropriate. This also happened, as we know, in the wake of the very publicized killings of many people of color by law enforcement agents. So we all came together, long story short, never met each other, and we decided we need an organization that is actually committed to diversity, equity, inclusion, that wants to promote this minoritized population, create a space that is safe, a space for mentoring, a space that eventually will grow and we can do our own community outreach events, not be limited by these national organizations. And so that's loosely how we came along in 2020. And then over the next year, got everything kind of our ducks in a line. And we we're a companion society of the American Society for Clinical Pathology. And so our big meetup is at their annual meeting every year. And it's really been a good thing. I've never started a nonprofit before, but that's a whole experience. That's not my realm of expertise, but it's nothing like learning something new in your 30s and pushing yourself in a way you never expected. But it's been great. And, our mission is specifically about diversity and inclusion. And so you don't have to be Black to be a member. We were, any allies, any people that are like, hey, I recognize, it's a tragedy that 5% of doctors have identified as Black in the past, since 1970 something. Despite all these efforts at diversifying medicine, there's not been one statistically significant change. If you look in the field of pathology in general, so pathology has been great in increasing the representation of women. But when you break that down, it's not all women. It's exclusive of Black, Indigenous, Latinos, right? And so that's a problem, right? We're not making any strides within pathology. And then forensics, we're just getting what we can get as a field. So not much is going on there. And so you don't have to be Black. You can be the ally that recognizes the needs and wants to support. You don't have to be a pathologist. You can be a laboratory professional. You can be a researcher in pathology. And you don't have to be in the US. We have members internationally. And so it's great. Membership is free if you're a trainee, because we don't want, a nominal fee to limit anyone to having access. It's nice because you then, as a trainee, you have people that are early in their career. We have people that are chairs of their department, program directors, and you can reach out to them, really get valuable advice in real time. And so it took a lot to come together, but our 3 main arms are outreach, community development and membership engagement, and then mentorship. And so I guess I'll stop there because I could keep going, but that's kind of how we were born, and we're still growing. I think we have a little over 300 members now, which is good because there aren't that many of us. So
It's a big number.
That is a great number.